Good day, everyone. You're welcome to today's class. Based on request, I want to start a series on quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, you must understand that is an equation whose highest power is 2. It is always in this form. You have ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. And what made it an equation is this equal to. It will be an expression when you have it as ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, in this kind of expression, the value of unknown is not always gotten. But here, once it is equal to 0, it means that we must be able to get the value for the unknown. So, we have different methods of solving quadratic equation. But before that, we must understand what we call the root of the equation. Now, the purpose of solving quadratic equation is to get the root of the equation. This is the purpose. And the root of a quadratic equation is always 2. It could be positive or negative. Now let's take, for example, you have x plus 2 and you have x plus 3 equals to 0. Now, there are two brackets here, and these two brackets is equal to 0. I know some of us might want to open the brackets and expand. We can do that if we have it this way, x plus 2, and we have x plus 3. This is an expression. We need to open the bracket, or the value here is equal to another value. It could be 1, it could be any value. But the moment the value we have here is 0, we don't have any reason to expand the bracket. But in this case, we need to expand the bracket. So we are not dealing with that. But most times, in a quadratic equation, your value is always equal to 0. So from here now, since it is equal to 0, what do? We are not going to expand. We just come here, we separate these two brackets and make each bracket to be equal to 0. So we have x plus 2 equals to 0, or x plus 3 will be equal to 0. Then from here, we collect like terms. We have x equals to 0 minus 2, or x equals to 0 minus 3. Plus turns to minus. We now have x equals to 0 minus 2 give us minus 2, or x equals to minus 3. Therefore, your x equals to minus 2 or minus 3. So this is the root of the equation. So like I told you, we must always have 2 value. So in our next class, we go to other methods of solving a quadratic equation.